It's unclear when, but there has been a rise of the decline of the United States discourse in China. Some believe that the influence of the United States in the world has long faded, and it is destined to decline in the future. Similarly, in the United States, there are those who believe that the US can still easily defeat China without any cause for concern. Are these two drastically different viewpoints a result of China's misjudgment of the United States, or is it the United States misjudging China? In this video, we will focus on the mutual understanding between Chinese and American citizens and explore whether there are misjudgments on both sides. The discussion will cover the following topics. 1. Has the United States truly declined? 2. How strong is the United States? 3. Misjudgments about China. Has the United States really declined? In 2019, an unprecedented pandemic swept across the world. As one of the hubs of global exchange, the United States inevitably became a major hotspot. At one point, the U.S. healthcare system was on the brink of collapse, even resorting to measures like abandoning treatment for the elderly to alleviate the pressure on the medical system. After the pandemic, the United States experienced significant shocks, resulting in a surge of unemployment. Many thought, this time, the U.S. is done for, it's definitely in a state of decline. These thoughts were not unfounded. Alongside the pandemic impact, the U.S. faced several seemingly fatal issues domestically. Firstly, there was the intense political infighting between the two major parties, even during such a critical time as the pandemic. The relentless pursuit of political interests by both parties led to political instability in the U.S., sparking immense dissatisfaction among the American people. Secondly, there persisted long-standing issues of racial discrimination. Despite Lincoln's movement to abolish slavery, racial discrimination in American society remains profoundly serious to this day. Lastly, there is the issue of social unrest in the United States. As one of the few countries globally where citizens are allowed to bear arms by law, the proliferation of firearms in the U.S. has reached extreme levels. In the U.S., one can easily purchase guns and ammunition from the black market without meeting legal age requirements or obtaining a gun license. Perhaps the initial intention of the U.S. government was to empower citizens with the ability to defend themselves. However, due to the widespread availability of firearms, the security situation in the U.S. has deteriorated to an alarming extent. On October 26, 2023, in a small town in Maine, 2 shooting incidents occurred overnight, resulting in at least 22 fatalities. What's frightening is that such shooting incidents, much like this one, occur almost daily in different parts of the United States. From these events, it is evident that the United States is facing some very serious issues domestically. But do these problems truly signify that the United States has already declined? Let's examine a set of data. In the pre-pandemic year of 2018, the United States gross domestic product, GDP, reached $20.53 trillion, ranking first globally. In 2020, after being severely impacted by the pandemic, the U.S. GDP, although inevitably experiencing a certain decline, quickly rebounded a year later. By 2022, the United States GDP reached $25.44 trillion, an increase of nearly $5 trillion compared to 2020. It's essential to note that under the impact of the pandemic, the economies of most countries worldwide encountered problems to varying degrees. Some nations, even to this day, have yet to fully recover from the pandemic's impact. However, the United States swiftly adapted in the year following the pandemic, not only achieving GDP growth, but doing so at a faster pace than before. This underscores the formidable nature of the United States. Despite being caught off guard by the pandemic, it has the depth to maintain its economic advantage. Apart from the economy, the United States' military strength is unparalleled globally. In evaluations by major authoritative institutions, the U.S. military ranks first in both size and equipment. Currently, the U.S. Army has approximately 549,200 personnel, organized into 3 core headquarters, 4 Army commands, and 10 combat divisions. Among these 10 combat divisions, there are 2 armored divisions, 4 mechanized divisions, 2 light infantry divisions, 1 air assault division, and 1 airborne division. Additionally, there are 5 aviation brigades, 3 armored cavalry regiments, 6 artillery brigades, 7 striker brigades, 9 Patriot and 2 Avenger air defense missile battalions, 3 independent infantry battalions, and 1 airborne special forces. The primary equipment includes 7,683 main battle tanks such as the M1A1 and M1A2, 113 armored reconnaissance vehicles TPZ-1, Fox, 6,715 infantry fighting vehicles M2 and M3, and 17,800 armored personnel carriers M113. There are 5,699 various artillery pieces, including 857 multiple rocket launchers, and 2,555 self-propelled guns. Anti-tank missiles, a total of 23,352. The naval and air forces are the pride of the U.S. military. The U.S. Navy has around 331,600 personnel and 6 fleets. Key equipment includes 69 various submarines such as Ohio-class strategic nuclear submarines and Los Angeles-class attack submarines, 11 aircraft carriers including Nimitz and Ford classes, and 17 Ticonderoga-class cruisers, 70 Burke-class destroyers, etc. The U.S. Air Force comprises around 333,400 personnel and is equipped with a large number of the latest generation fighter jets such as the F-35, as well as various types of long-range bombers and airborne early warning aircraft. Such formidable military power is the United States' primary capital in maintaining influence globally. Even more crucially, the United States possesses significant technological advantages. As early as the 1970s, the U.S. introduced the concept of the Strategic Defense Initiative, SDI, and today it has already set its exploration goals in the boundless universe. Therefore, many people's perceptions of the United States are, in fact, misjudgments. While there may be various issues domestically, these problems have not undermined the fundamental strength of the United States. Today's America is still the most powerful country in the world. Since some people have misconceptions about the United States, is it possible that the United States also holds misconceptions about China? The United States' misjudgment of China is equally serious. China's current defense capabilities are undeniably robust. Currently, the active duty personnel in the Chinese military number around 2 million, making it the world's largest military in terms of personnel. Among them, the Army comprises nearly 1 million individuals, including mobile combat units, border and coastal defense forces, guard and reserve units, etc. Primary equipment includes Type 99 main battle tanks, Type 96 main battle tanks, Type 08 infantry fighting vehicles, and Z-10 armed helicopters. The Navy consists of approximately 300,000 personnel and boasts 2 active aircraft carriers, 3 amphibious assault ships, 8 dock landing ships, 50 destroyers, 94 frigates, 78 submarines, and more than 700 aircraft. In addition to the routine land, sea, and air forces, China also possesses a fearsome rocket force, a core element for implementing strategic deterrence, equipped with the latest generation Dongfeng missiles. This formidable military power serves as the most robust guarantee for China's national security and territorial sovereignty. Unfortunately, some fail to recognize China's current development and still perceive China as an easy target for the United States. In recent years, the United States has frequently provoked China's territorial sovereignty in the Taiwan Strait and South China Sea, even deploying warships to illegally intrude into Chinese waters. In the face of the U.S. military's unlawful actions, China resolutely responds with the utmost firmness. Ultimately, U.S. naval vessels entering Chinese waters are compelled to turn back under the formidable pressure of the Chinese Navy. Moreover, the United States has repeatedly imposed so-called trade sanctions on China and has attempted to choke China in crucial technological domains. The United States believed that this could bring China to its knees. However, confronted with the U.S. trade sanctions, on October 20, 2023, China implemented temporary export control measures on graphene-related products through the issuance of the Decision on the Temporary Export Control of Graphene-Related Products. This limited the export of graphene, a critical raw material, to the United States. Additionally, faced with the U.S. technological blockade, China embarked on a massive independent research and development process, achieving significant results. It is evident that the current U.S. perception of China is greatly misjudged. In reality, in today's world, which emphasizes peaceful coexistence, the optimal solution between China and the United States should be based on peaceful coexistence, achieving mutual benefit and win-win cooperation. This is a reality that the United States urgently needs to recognize. This is the end of this video. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and comment. We genuinely appreciate your support.